Hello, everybody. For those of you in Instagram, I am Dr. Yasmilde from Equilibrium, and I wanted to talk today. We've made a bit of a change in the focus of the things that we work with you here in social media, and we have a group in Facebook, and hopefully you're watching this from inside that group, that we call it healing for chronic illness, because I think that is pretty much at the core of what I do, and Donna that works with me. And today I wanted to talk about something that is crucial in the healing process, however that looks for you. And the question was, are you willing to believe that chronic illness is not forever? And that is at the core of your ability to actually move away from it, to leave it behind and never again pick it up. The reason why, so the first, the definition of a chronic illness actually implies that it's long lasting. So it's a persisting, long lasting condition that probably requires ongoing medical attention or medication or both. And it limits your activities or daily living at some level. For some of them, not as much as other ones. Some are even temporary because, in my opinion, allergies are chronic illnesses, chronic conditions. And the thing is that we are so used to the definition of it being that way, implying that is something that, and then we go to the language that we use around it, right? Is that we need to learn to live with it. I've heard that countless times. And I will tell you, what you don't pay attention to, it doesn't change. It stays exactly the same, especially if you have accepted to begin with that it is something that is there to stay. And so the living with it goes to the point that sometimes you don't even notice. It doesn't register any longer that you suffer from something that needs attention, constant, that keeps you in the ill category forever. I've had countless clients that have come with us. We've been working for a bit, and I only find out that they have been suffering from a given chronic condition only when they say, you know what? I noticed that I don't need this pill anymore. I noticed that I don't feel this. I am talking to my doctor so that I can drop the pill. I want to change the doses. But the thing is that from the beginning, they didn't come to me asking, can I solve this issue? Is this something that can be different than the way that it is right now? And in their heads, it didn't even register, right? I only yesterday somebody told me, oh, I have allergies on top of chronic pain. I have never made the connection, because chances are, if you have one chronic condition, you have more than one. They actually come in combo. Like diabetes and hypertension, those are very, very commonly found to find together. That's to tell you one. But chronic pain is something that is associated to a lot of other chronic conditions. Problems sleeping, or all those things that are symptoms of your health not working at its best. And the way that you relate with your condition is key for the way or the chances that you have of changing the status quo. If you believe, whatever you believe is true. I always tell my clients, you know what? You are always right. And that is accurate. If you think you cannot you're right. If you think you can, you're right. So, which one will you choose? The language that you use, the words that you use, if you have accepted without challenging whatsoever the idea that you need to learn to live with it, that you need to learn to manage it, that you need to learn to cope with the consequences or the symptoms, all of those things, what they are doing for you is keeping you exactly where you're at and actually making it even more real in your world. You start manifesting the things that will accommodate that way of thinking, and you are going to manifest the people that actually speak that way. You are going to manifest the conditions for that to keep happening, and you are actually going to attract more imbalances in your physical and mental health. Because of that, we are here to change that perspective, to put in front of you a different way of thinking that is going to allow you to see changes. And if things happen the way we would love them to, they are going to be long term to permanent changes. And for that, we have created a 4-day series of chats with you, master classes that is called Breaking the Chronic Illness Cycle. And why cycle is because a lot of times we actually go through, I'm used to it. You actually, a lot of times I've seen that people get comfortable with their discomfort, with the state of unhealth that they are at. And then something happens and you get into a crisis. And so something needs to get managed. You need to go back to the doctor, maybe adjust dosages of whatever medication you're taking. And there are some of those conditions, especially the ones associated with anxiety, depression, that have a very long wrap of people actually developing secondary effects, symptoms as secondary effects to the medication. And so things starts to compound, and it's like when a snowball starts this size and becomes a earthquake um, size of thing. Um, and at that point, it's very, very difficult to even contemplate the possibility that things can not only get better, but actually well. A lot of time people come to me and say, well, if only I don't have to, if only I can alleviate it. Well, guess what? I want more for you. I want that you're, happy, jumpy, vital, active, energetic. How is that for a wish? Right? So in this series that we're going to have is a 4-day long series. And this is 1 hour each day from the 24th of January to the 27th of January. We are going to be talking about what are the changes of perspective that you can bring to the way that you produce health in your life that are definitely going to have an impact in your stay, in your well-being. And these are proven ideas. Okay, just Donna and I, we step away, lived behind for good our chronic conditions, and we have seen the same happen with quite a few of our actually all of our clients. And we want to share what is it that we do. We want to share it with you. So if you are interested in knowing, in learning what will it take for you to bring change, positive change into your health, let us know. Leave us a note. Donna is probably going to put the link to register, both in Instagram, everywhere. And you are going to be able to share with us those hours over those 4 days. Okay, so see you there to get your questions, answer your questions, and change your perspective to the positive. Okay. See you then. Love you all.